Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. How you all doing? Thank you so much for your amazing comments on my last video. I sincerely appreciate you guys. You guys are the real MVP. So I get a lot of questions. Oh, we wanted to show us how you decorate a square cake. You hardly do that, blah blah blah. So on this tutorial, I want to show you how I decorate my square cakes. Yeah, so this is a marble cake for a man. Of course, it's for a returning client. Most of my customers are online returning customers, especially on Instagram and Facebook. So when she ordered this cake, she sent a sample. The sample is not anywhere near what I made for her. Alright, so I like to wow my customers, and they always know that. Some of them just tell me do a particular cake for me. They don't even send samples, but this particular client sent a sample, so I want to show you guys how I decorated it. It's a 4-layered cake, vanilla and fruit cake. Alright, like I said, it's a square marble fondant cake. So you get to see how I decorate my square cakes, because I rarely get square cake orders. Alright, so when it comes, I enjoy making it. Alright, so of course, first thing first, you have to layer your cake, which is very important. Like I always say in my videos, your layer is like a foundation. Your layering, trimming and crumb coating is your foundation. Once you layer it properly, you trim it properly, and then you crumb coat it properly, whether with cake crumbs or chocolate ganache, your cake will look exactly how you crumb coated it. So it's a solid foundation for your cake. So please always take your time to layer, trim and crumb coat your cakes, right? So that being said, I want to send a special shout out to all my subscribers. In the last 1 week, I think we've added about 500 subscribers. So you guys have probably seen my video from the last video, right, I posted. So I just want to tell you how special you are. This is a huge shout out to my old subscribers and the new ones. You guys are the real MVP. Thank you so much for staying glued. You guys, you give me the reason to keep posting, to keep going, to keep encouraging, to keep inspiring, to keep motivating. And I do not in any way take your presence here for granted. Thank you so much. My fans in the USA, in Australia, in Brazil, in Nigeria, in Cameroon, Kenya, I can't name it. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for the comments you drop for me in my comment sections, and then of course telling us where you're watching us from. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much. So as you can see, I've already layered the cake. So this is the trimming part. This is very important for your square cakes, because when your square cakes are properly trimmed, you would have like a cube-like cake. All the sides will be equal. So this is very important. I'm not using any trimming dish. I actually have trimming disc. Is it disc they call it, or dish? I think it's dish disc. I'm sorry. I think it's trimming disc. Yeah. So I bought them. Do you know, most times after it is after I've trimmed my cake with freehand, that's when I remember I have them. I've had them for a number of years now. I rarely use them. So this is a freehand tutorial on how you can trim your cake, your square cakes, and it's very important. So just follow it through like this, and then it is important that you flip it over. You will see where I did. You can see I just trimmed it. I did not start from the top. I started from the third layer, and then here I thought there was a need to fill that place up, right? So that is exactly what I am doing. That last layer, I did not layer it back to back. I turned it over, so that area was kind of there was no cake there, so I had to fill it up. But if you trimmed your cake properly, you layered it back to back, like the bottom of the pan hitting the other one, you wouldn't have to, fill up, right? So I thought if I do it like that, the cake may be shorter, so that's why I did not layer the last one back to back, right? Please ask questions in the comments if you have any. Thank you so much. So like I said, I trimmed from the third layer, so I needed to flip it over so that I can trim the last one. This is very important when you're trimming your square cakes. Most times the mistake we made is we want to get everything at once. It's not done that way. But if you can, of course, if you can go ahead. If you can get it all the way, you can go ahead. But for me, this is more easier for me. It gives me the cube-like shape because all the sides will be equal. I trimmed from the middle down, then I flip it over. I trim the other part. It makes it easier and it makes it finer, right? So our advice, when you want to do yours next time, please just use this method, and I assure you that you will have a perfect square cake. Even if it's the other shape, what's the other shape called? The other shape that has two sides that are longer than the other side. Can't remember now, but you have to do it the same way. So after that, I like coating my cakes with buttercream and cake crumbs. So that is what I have right there. That's just buttercream and little cake crumbs. Mix them thoroughly together and then apply it on your cake. Coating your cake is very important because it helps hide all the cake seam layers. Alright, so when you apply fondant on it, your cake will be very beautiful. Right, but if you can use chocolate ganache, please go right ahead. At this point, you can use your chocolate ganache to ganache your cake. Alright, but for me, most of my clients, they don't ask for chocolate ganache, and I use this method which works perfectly for me. But if your clients want chocolate ganache, please go right ahead. And of course, you have that perfect looking square cake also when you use chocolate ganache to ganache your cake. Alright, so this gave me also a perfect square cake, so you can watch to the very end and see how I achieved it. Right, don't mind my serious face. Sometimes I don't even know my face is this serious until I'm watching my recordings. And when I go, oh, you don't even smile in your video, you don't. And to the people who said in my last video, I saw a comment where someone said, oh, I love your voice. Thank you. I'm one person who finds it awkward to listen to my voice over after recording it. So most times after posting those videos, I don't even listen to them because I feel it's awkward listening to your own self. Alright, so thank you so much. Please let us know where you're watching us from. We will send you a hug in our next video. So you see what I did? The same way I trimmed, I did not go all the way around. I did one part, flipped it over, and then did the other part. Please, it's very important. Most times we just want to do everything at once. That is why we make mistakes. If you can see from this moment, you can already see that the crumb coat, the cake is already giving you that square shape, right, with sharp edges on the four sides, right? That is because I properly layered and properly trimmed. So coating it will just help bring everything together. And you can see what I'm doing. I'll go back and forth on one side, scrape it up, see front, see back. This is to give you the sharp edge on the lines. You see, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Right, just like that. So don't make the mistake of trying to do everything at once. No, that back and forth gives you the sharp edges that you want on the four sides. Alright, so that's one secret to making square cakes. So I'm making a black marble cake like I said earlier. So here we have white fondant, we have white fondant, gray fondant, and black fondant. So that is basically what I'm using for this cake, because the sample the customer sent is gray gray and black, yeah, gray and black buttercream, right? Well, because the distance where we are taking the cake to, it's kind of far and the roads are pretty bad. That's why I opted for a fondant cake. Meanwhile, I told the client that I'm going to make a fondant cake. So you can see I have different techniques on how to make marble on my channel. I've done several different techniques, so this is just another one. So here we have white, gray, a little black, right, and then another huge gray, a darker gray, right? So after that, you just squeeze everything together to give you that marble effect. You squeeze it as though you're squeezing a shirt or a pant, right? Just like that, and then just mold it together. You can see I'm not over squeezing it because I want all the colors to be visible, right? So after that, just smoothen it out, thin it out. It shouldn't be too thick or too thin. That's why I prefer using the paneling method. It saves you lots and lots of fondant, right? This is my go-to for square cakes, for round cakes, for hexagon cakes. I use the paneling method. It saves you lots of fondant, right? I think I don't even know a baker now who uses the drip method. That's an old technique. Most bakers don't use it anymore. So this is the go-to method. So just cut all your panels, 4 sides, right, and then cover your cake. So here, don't mind me, I always use my eye gauge instead of measuring it out to know the exact size. I'm just cutting it. See, I had to use it to measure the cake if it was the size. So this is just one panel, and I will do another panel just like that until I do the 4 sides and the top, that is 5 panels. That is what I would do here, but I think I did only 2, and then I continued with the rest of the video. You can see it right here. So the method is practically the same. From the leftover from this one on the table, I added more white, little gray and black, and then I smoothen it up, thin it out, right? So that is the steps is basically the same, right? So you see why I use a lot of corn flour. I don't know, I use a lot of corn flour in my cake decorating. I don't know why. I'm already used to it. Some people be like, oh, cornstarch is too much, reduce it, and it just prevents the work from sticking to the table. And after doing it, you dust it out and you steam your cake, so your cake is as beautiful as ever. So it doesn't really have any effect on the fondant, except if you want to preserve your fondant for a long time. Please don't add a lot of cornstarch because it will spoil it, except you're refrigerating the fondant. Fresh fondant can stay in room temperature for over 2 weeks or more and not go bad. But as soon as cornstarch comes in contact with it, it will spoil, except you have to refrigerate it. So like I said, I did the 5 panels. So I'm putting the top one first. After that, I applied little cornstarch on the table, on the cake, and the board, and I flipped it over just like so, right? So now I'll start paneling all the sides. This is water in the spray bottle. It is just water. There is nothing inside, just water. I sprayed it because the crumb coat was already dried. So that's what it will just help the fondant stick. You can also steam it at this point if you don't have spray bottle to work with, right? Or you apply butter cream on the cake again, so that to just make it sticky. So like I said, it's just paneling basically. So I'm going to panel the 4 sides. This is the first one, After that, you apply then the second one, just like that. But you will see how the edges are made. I ensure that I did not fast forward it too much so that you can get all the details here. So when you apply the second one, you join the two of them together, and then you use your two smoother and then bring them together and cut it with the smoother, just like that. You see, it's very easy, very easy. Even a beginner can do this. Just ensure you watch this tutorial over and over again if you are doing it for the first time, you know. So this is from A to Z: how to trim, how to layer, how to crumb coat, how to cover. All right, so you can save this, you can share it, you know, like it, comment on it. Please, I sincerely appreciate your comment. It keeps me going. Like, it really helps me to share more tutorials, and then knowing that a lot of people are finding the tutorials helpful. It takes a lot to record videos, a lot. Sometimes it's very stressful. You see how sharp it is. Sometimes it's very stressful. Sometimes there is no light. You have to buy petrol, put power the generator, and then record. At every point I will go off it, start all over again, turn the camera on, turn it off, set the angle. So it's really not easy. So the only thing that keeps me going is your comments, your likes, your shares, your contribution. It means a lot to me, right? And then because I just want to give back to the platform that has given me so much. Like I said, see, you bring the two together and then you cut it out, right? It's as simple as that. So giving back to the platform that has given me a lot, it's another thing that keeps me going, right? I learned working on YouTube, so this is me just giving back to the platform that has given me so much. Thank you. So like I said, you use your two smoothers. It's very important you smoothen everything out. It will give you the perfect sharp edges. Alright, you can see here, you need a very sharp knife. When you are done, you need a very sharp knife to, you know, cut it. Right, so it is that simple. It is that simple. I think it's even easier than a round cake. Or they are both the same though. They are both the same. At this point, please, if you have questions, kindly ask. So you can see at every side, I'm applying spraying the water on it so that it will stick, right? So it's practically the same, you know. Just put it on it, yeah, and then close the same on these two sides. That is basically how it works. It's very easy. A beginner can do this. Just ensure you save the video so that when you need it, you can have it, right? See, so I had to bring it closer so that you will see it. Excuse me, so that you will see. So when you bring the two together, ensure you're applying the same pressure, and ensure you're applying the same pressure from your right hand and your left hand. So as you're applying the pressure, you are cutting. You see, you just apply the pressure and cut. Apply the pressure and cut. It's as simple as that. See, yeah. You see, to just give you the sharp edges that you want. It is very simple. Please, even when you are doing it, if you have a challenge, don't stop. Continue until you finish your job. That's one thing that keeps me going. I ensure I don't stop. Even when I'm tired, I don't stop until I'm done. Right? You can see how focused I am. Cake decorating gives me so much joy. So much joy. The joy is unquantifiable. And then the fact that I will record it and share it with amazing people that always drop amazing comments, it just gives me so much joy. And then the fact that also that I am inspiring someone out there, I'm motivating someone out there, I'm helping someone out there, it gives me so much joy. Thank you guys, I appreciate you. Please kindly send us a hug, send us a comment, let us know where you're watching us from. We'll send you a hug in our next video. Thank you. So this was it. I was done here, and this is the board that the cake is coming on, and then I flipped it over. I was tired, I had to rest. This cake can be so heavy. I was so happy here. Yay! So this is the board the cake is coming on. So I just had to arrange it. So you can see that the square is perfect, all sides perfection. If you follow from the beginning, you will see that it's very easy. Please ensure you don't skip any part because every part is important. So the name of this client is Chief Ikukwoma. Chief Ikukwoma. So the client said I should write Chief Ikukwoma on the cake. That was exactly what I did. And then you may be thinking, oh, why are you using a dark color to write on a dark cake and all? I'm going to paint it gold. I'm going to use luster dust and edible spirit and paint it gold. So that is not a problem at all. And another thing is, when you're working on a cake, please use the particular color of the fondant on the area you want to paint, especially if you want to paint it. For example, if I had used white to write here, it would have been harder to paint, right, than this black. So always use the same color. So you notice something. I wanted to steam the cake. I noticed that there was so much cornstarch. I had to dust it off before steaming. You know, steaming just brings this what do I even call it? It just brings the cake alive. You see, all the corn flour, all the stains, everything just goes off, and it just brings the cake alive. Imagine the cake that was so dusty a while ago. Look at how shiny it's looking. Steaming is very important. And then, of course, you know, some people will say this is raining season, especially if you're in West Africa. This is raining season. You don't steam your cake so that it will not sweat and all that. If you have my fondant recipe, you wouldn't have to bother about that. The fondant recipe is on the channel. It is an all-weather recipe. You can use it in Harmattan season. You can reuse it in raining season. It will not sweat. My cake, I've never experienced a sweaty cake. Right? So the fondant is on the channel. You can check it out. So this client is turned 40. So that customized 40. I have somebody who makes topper for me. I'm not the one who makes it, so I don't know how to do that. I think I bought that for 2,500 naira. So here I just needed to use force bars on it and this paper fan gold. So the force bars I'm using silver and black. You know, the cake looks like silver and black, so that is exactly what I am using. If at this point you've not subscribed, please kindly subscribe to my channel, like, comment and share. Turn on the notification bell because I drop tutorials here every week, sometimes twice a week. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I do not take your love, your kindness and your support for granted. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much. And I love you. Always ensure that you remove this film from your topper, from your happy birthday topper. That film, always remove it. Then I'm using candles on the cake. I'm using silver candle and gold candles, right? I think I use 1 gold and 2 silver. Yeah. Kindly let us know where you're watching us from. Let's send you a hug in our next video. This is just gold leaf, so I needed to just apply it down there. And then I also use silver leaf. This is silver leaf. And it's just to make it beautiful. Please, on a scale of 1 to 10, rate this cake in the comment section. Tell us how you would rate it. Is it 8? Is it 9? Is it 5? Is it 2? Is it 0? Please let us know in the comments. Thank you so much. So I just thought to add these butterflies. And then like I said, I painted the name. So this is just luster dust plus edible spirit. I mixed the two of them together, right? And I painted the name. You see, so I used the same gold and then just accentuated the marble designs, and I think it's really nice. It really made it look beautiful, right? Yeah, so this is it. Do you like it? Let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much for staying glued. Thank you so much for watching to this moment. I appreciate you and I love you so much. Sending you hugs and kisses. Remember, Jesus loves you. It is the Holy Spirit that empowers me to do all that I do. He loves you so much. See you in my next video. Bye.